got a lot of news about Fairy Tail Season 3, or as we should be calling it, Fairy Tail Finale, as its official name is going to be announced, as we got a little teeny tiny bit of information about the brand new series. Now, we've got a little bit like last time when we was wondering what was happening with the season. We haven't been hearing anything. There's been no visual like previews. We've had nothing for a very long time. However, though, we've got a confirmation on that, like what's really going to be happening with this series, what is going on, and also as well like what we know about some of the other stuff as well, because there was a bunch of stuff coming out about the Fairy Tail sequel, about the spin-offs, and about the other news. So we've decided to get a full breakdown on there. So as they've been going on there, it's going to be titled as FT Finale, which obviously is going to be the Fairy Tail Finale, which we got announced in the Kodansha magazine, where seemingly it came out around about the same time as probably the E.N.D chapter, where they talk about this and they say the anime FT Finale will be aired next fall. Please look forward to it. Now, there is other details along coincide with this, where we got the confirmation that A1 is going to be back on this. They do not say if this is at all the B team that was working on season 2 or the A team. Putting up the guesses together, since this is rounding up alongside when the Sword Art Online Season 3 is happening, it's gonna make the most common sense that this is gonna be the B team working on this, because let's not mince words here, like Sword Art Online is fucking huge over in the US and Japan, and it's a lot more popular than, like, say, I would say Fairy Tail, so it would make more sense they put a little bit more source time, because a lot of people really want this season 3 of, like, Sword Art Online. However, though, we did get, like, the title for this series, and alongside as well, they talked about other stuff. We've been talking about some of the other spin-offs that have been happening as well, but just in case some of you people didn't see those ones, we've got one of the Fairy Tail spin-offs and all that being done by E.N.D, and this one is Fairy Tail City Hero. This is going to be just some goofy whack-ball little adventure that they have where Lucy, Nancy, and Happy are cops. It's weird. We've got the next one, which is Fairy Tail's Happy's Grand Adventure, which is being done by Kenshiro Sakamoto, who if you don't know, this is the guy that made Buster Keel, which is the Fairy Tail ripoff series, and there's a picture of him super happy next to Hiro Mashima, who's like, yeah, I'm next to my idol, fuck yeah. Like, he's so happy, he's so over the moon, and it's like, oh, you can tell he fucking idolizes this guy. It's like clean as day. However, though, there is some stuff talking about as well, like with the releases and all that. We know definitely that fall for the new anime, and they said that this is straight up a continuation of season 2. It's a little bit apparent with that. We know the fact the City Hero is coming out in fall. We haven't got a date for the Grand Adventure one. Then there's talks about the Fairy Tail sequel as well. Now, here's the thing that we got about the new artist, where they talk where he's saying, I will now be in charge of drawing the spin-off of the sequel based off my Fairy Tail. It's decided that Mashima Sensei himself will be in charge of the storyboard. The story is definitely of good quality. I'll do my best to get even closer to Mr. Mashima too, so I appreciate your cooperation. From this though, like from what we could tell, this is done by a on the Twitter handle, like we get to see is Atsuo, who did like Doctor series. We talked about before. He's only done like 1 or 2 series before on there, but like this is kind of like his first real series, and he was one of his assistants for a while for this. I think it's like Atsuo like Ueda is going to be handling this one as well. So like this one is going to be like 3 different people. However, though, they do talk about Mashima's role as well, whereas like I will work on the sequel spin-off of Fairy Tail, its storyboards and plotting the story, but the person who will make it very skillful and talented. The art style is similar to Fairy Tail, so they'll make the FT world even more beautiful and cool. This was something that he said on his Twitter before when he was talking about this. And with the continuation, this is the interesting information that we've got on here. The new series is said to tell a future story that connects to the original manga's final chapter. The publisher is keeping the manga staff to itself for now, but Kodansha says the details will be shared at a later date. So, confirm that we like immediately with what those pictures that we did get for the series. It's very apparent, like straight away, that what we are going to be getting from like this series is that we're going to be seeing, like from that Guild Arts and Marx's picture, that's him, how he looks like in the final. I think it's guaranteed that we're going to be getting at least, not even if it's going to be the 100-year quest, or it's going to be doing something where it's like they're tying up loose ends from the series. That's at least something I want to be seeing from there, because like definitely I was very bummed out with like how everything concluded. I think a lot of us was with the final chapter. It felt very rushed with how things done. So I kind of want to see what kind of has happened, like what happens after you finally conquered Agnologia. How does the world really heal? Because we only just get a bit of them, like Natsu and Lucy kind of needed to be concluded with there. I think a lot of people really wanted those two to finally get together. Like it was kind of hinted as well what was happening with Ray and Juvia, but it might even show us the kids as well, which I think a lot of people want to see. So I'm very curious to see what you guys think in the comment section down below. There's so much details of stuff going down for Fairy Tail, like it's non-stop. But what do you think about FT Finale? I at least hope like the kind of art style they go for is like what of Dragon Cry. Obviously it's not going to look at the same quality of that, but I liked the kind of art style that they went for that one. Definitely I think a lot of people say that they really enjoy. I really enjoy the first movie as well a lot, and I think the art style. I think that's the more consistent animation wise and like art quality. But I really do like the second one. So how some of the characters' designs are in that one. So I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing. And there hasn't been any talks about they're going to be adding stuff to scenes and everything. Whether or not there's going to be any filler in case of this one as well. This is not an ongoing manga. I'm very curious. I hope they do fix some of the stuff and all that was in the original manga. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. That is all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.